Hello there, Surfing17 once again. This is part 3 of the Alan Wake DLC, the writer video walkthrough. As for Deliverance 2, what I was talking about, I probably have a better side title than that, something like I Ain't No Piggy Bitch. A little bit more appropriate for Deliverance. And that right there marks the end of the first wave of guys, but this is a long bridge, so I'll move forward, trigger it. You can hit some crumbles if you want to take some guys out quickly. But if you're not confident in your ability to do that quickly enough, just run back and perch up exactly the same spot I just showed. And as you can see, once I do one crumble there, drop the car, I run straight back to the position I mentioned and I take on these bitches. So just take them out as they come, no pressure. These guys here will stack up so you can actually, you don't even have to aim at these boys, you just hit them with that, the ambient light, and it will destroy the shield so you can take them out and save your batteries. And then tentatively move forward because chances are, oh no, nobody else. So that light there symbolises that that's the end of this little altercation on the bridge and you can move forward into it, hitting the next checkpoint. And like I said, bridges on Alan Wake are generally a bad thing.
A moment. I can help you here.
You see, this is pretty interesting, because Zane has the power to pick up a fucking tree and make a path for you. Which means that he has power in this world to manipulate objects, to manipulate lots of things. And with that same logic, couldn't he here put me, I could walk onto this big branch, he could then pick this up and fly it to the fucking lighthouse and save me all this bullshit? The answer is, of course, yes. But would it make a fun game? No. And that's probably why, but, you know, plot holes are fucking everywhere if you look for them, and that's a pretty major one in my eyes. So be careful on the log, obviously, because this game is just wanting you to drop and die. And pick up some more ammunition. See, the game's assuming that you kept the hunting rifle, which I didn't on this run through. You may have, which will help you there. There's more bullshit platforming, and there is a gap, so always be careful. And there's going to be a gap there, so pre-jump it. And when I first got to this section I was thinking birds, because whenever you're on anything like this, it's fucking birds. And they're a goddamn nuisance. They're probably the worst enemy on the game because they're not necessarily difficult to kill, but they're a nuisance. And this guy kind of sneaks up on me, and at this moment in time I get hit by a cycle because there's a guy to my right on that ledge and I don't realise this. So what I should have done here is backed up around the corner, which is what I do later. But there we go, I drop a flare, realise this is a bad spot, there's another douchebag which I dodge, and then just run straight back here. Don't mess about like I did, get back here and let him come to you, and that douchebag up there can't hit you with his scythe, and it makes him easy to take out, and his pals will come as well, and you can just quickly headshot them. Just keep using the rock for cover and dispatching the dudes. And just be very careful of these kind of areas because they've just got encounter written all over them. And that tells me there that there's going to be birds coming up because a big flashlight in the sky is not going to be hitting dudes with chainsaws running at me. And there we go, another teetering bridge. It's birds, there's no doubt. And there you go, there's the spawn, to your right. They're going to swing around and come for you, but they always cry before the attack. There we go, that's the cry. And I get bum raped by a murder of crows. In the back again, and I'm getting hit from every side. This is just not good. They're coming in once again. The best thing to do in this situation, I mean look at that, I am so close to dying here, this is bad, but I got rid of the birds. If you can hear them calling and they're doing the dive bomb, if you can sweep your light across the sky in any direction, hopefully in their direction, you can generally kill them as they get close enough to you, because they don't take too much hammer. But focus on the birds if you can, and then take out the dudes. Just try not to push as far forward as I did just then, because as you can tell, I got digged. But it's all about enemy control, this game. If you are good at controlling situations on multiple flanks, you'll be okay with that kind of encounter. Take the time to reload all my weapons because that was a little closer than I want to ever come in this TLC to dying.
Wake ran for the light. It was pointless. He would never reach it. His life would be snuffed out just as easily as the very thing he thought would save him.
And we get some more exposition there.
Even with the light gone, all I could
To show the internal conflict of Alan. And here we go again with the weird jumping sections. And I mean, it don't look like much this, but it is so easy to fall off, and you're going to see my pad try and fuck me again. There you go. I went at left. Another moment where probably filled my nappy. And there's this dude who can't really catch you off guard because he has to climb up as well, so just dispatch him. He's nice and simple. And I don't think there's a gap in that one. I think that's the exclusion to the rule, but I jump anyway because I don't want to risk it. And just be very careful on these platforms. There again, my pad tries to make me commit suicide. And then we're safe for another period of time now as we get some more storyline. So I'll shut the shit up and let you listen in.
Since we're being so frank here, Alan, and let me just reiterate how happy I am that you've had this breakthrough, I would like to summarize your condition.
By all means.
And please, just let me know if you think I'm being unfair.
All right.
Well, let's start with the obvious. The car crash. Untreated head trauma. All due respect to Doc Nelson, but he's hardly a neurosurgeon. I think that the injury has affected you more than you realize.
Yeah, I have had bad headaches.
Then there's your history of substance abuse, which, combined with your chronic insomnia, has resulted in hallucinations and extremely poor impulse control. That's a dangerous combination, one which your wife has unfortunately had to suffer from far more than you.
I know she has.
I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that you are existing in a state of all-encompassing denial. Your vivid fantasy casts you as a heroic victim and allows you to skirt responsibility for your own actions. It allows you to solve your imaginary problems and dismiss the things that truly trouble you. In your self-serving delusions, your personal problems are assets.
This is about the time I'd have probably stood up and kicked him in the face.
Perhaps even the world.
Said something along the lines of, "I've had enough of your shit, Doctor. I can't take any more of it on my chest."
Well, I'm sure I'm stating the obvious. I don't want to labor the point, but
as you can tell, Alan's not going to say that, because this is some part of his subconscious that's trying to logicize exactly what's happening. If that's even a word.
So much effort and imagination into this self-deception, but what good has it really done for you? You refused my offer of help, and here you are. Did being so obdurate really get you to a better place?
No.
No. And did it really help Alice? Was this really the best thing for your wife?
Probably not.
Probably not. Why don't we find out? You know, I've been talking with her. There's something she wanted you to hear.
Oh, hey.
And at this moment in time, there's a light that's just turned on behind me, but I don't realise this because I'm pretty dumb like that. And if you go up to it, you turn the video recorder on, but I stand here thinking this conversation is going to carry on, and it clearly doesn't.
Come now, Mr.
And there you
Wade.
go, there's what you've got to press.
That makes you avoid.
All I ever wanted was to help you, Alan. I ate all the shit you handed out.
She likes eating shit.
Your pathetic, wealthy white male drama, until my life consisted of managing your never-ending crisis. I hate you for your childish temper and the arrogance and self-indulgent pride that undermine all efforts to drag you out of the hole you've insisted on digging for yourself. I hate you for leaving me in the dark with that insane monster bitch. All you had to do was act like a loving human being for once in your life and stay with me.
This DLC should probably be called the Demasculated Writer, because these people are shitting on his balls left, right and centre.
I don't know where you went, but that's okay. I don't want to know. I don't think I'll ever be alright. The only thing that keeps me from killing myself is the hope that I'll never see you again.
Ouch.
I just can't argue with that. I think I should stay here before I ruin what life she has left.
I think this is a breakthrough, Alan. I'm really very proud of you.
And there we go, back in the reels. Then for some reason my torch is almost out of batteries, so it must be completely disabled for that little cutscene in engine there. Which is kind of weird, because when it comes back on, it's in the state it was before you entered the room. And I saw the tools outside there through the window, and I'm pretty sure I've got those before, but on this run through, I couldn't for the life of me remember how to get to them, so I start coming down here and I'm thinking, I think I'm going the wrong way here for the tools, I should be going the other way. And I kind of decide to go back. Here I am, I'm thinking, hang on, There's no way around here. This can't be right. So I cruise back up, and then I think, no, I think I am right. It's just one of those moments where it's just slipped my mind, and I'm going the right way. And I don't end up finding him, I don't think, so just search that other room a little bit more in depth than I did, and you'll probably be able to get a nice little stash. And be careful near this edge, because if you fall, sound like a broken record here, but you will fucking die. And then that lowers the wing for you, so you can go around on this little bluff here and cross the plane with a lovely section of jumping once more. And here's another one where the tools will fall off the edge if you're not quick enough. Look at that, Jesus Christ. What are they, fucking bouncy balls? So I lost out on a ton of stuff there, batteries and a few other things, but it's not the end of the world. I've got my 12 flares. There is a secret achievement around here for a secret area, but I haven't got it yet. I've just read about it. But be very careful, because listen. That's the growing wind noise. That tells me straight away that I'm in trouble. And lo and behold, enemies spawn on me. But there is a light to the far inside of this arena that I don't see until late. And here I go getting my ass handed to me, and there's the light. And I think, fuck this. There's just too many. I'm bombing it. Obviously, always cover your retreat with flares if you can afford them. If you can't, just run, spin round, flash, carry on running, repeat the cycle like I'm doing there, making sure no one's on my tail. And that will despawn the enemies if you didn't kill them. And if they're dumb enough to follow you, they'll run into the light and they'll get dicked that way. So both ways, you win.
Well done. You have come
Now, once again talking to Mr. Bioshock Man.
You must take full control of your own mind. Reject all of the fantasies you have constructed.
Yeah, well, I think I can do that. A lot of the stuff
Which, when you consider that this game were in development for like 5 years, I'm not too sure they were ripping off Bioshock. I think it's just one of those lucky coincidences.
You are aware. The part of you bent on self-destruction is not. But you must be careful. Just because you know the lies for what they are, that doesn't make the danger any less real.
I'll make it. I don't have any choice.
Here.
It's kind of like a good version of Darth Vader with the breathing equipment.
This will help you on your way.
Thanks, I guess.
I suppose if you look deep enough into it, like you can with any source of media, you could see metaphors for Jesus and various other fucking salvations and saviors, but I'm not going to mess about with that shit, because better things to do.
Alan. I know how your mind works. You screw up, then you start analyzing it, and before you know it, you start writing all these horror stories in your head. Don't you?
Come on,
And we're coming up now to one of the, I wouldn't necessarily say more challenging areas of the DLC, but it's definitely got a lot of dudes. And if you approach it wrongly, which I kind of do because I'm rushing it like a motherfucker, you can get hurt. So I would advise taking it a little slower than I did, but at the same time, the enemies will spawn on you, so be very careful if you're standing and getting your life back. And the general premise of this is if you clear these areas, as it says clears, when the lighthouse swings across, it will kill anything in the beam. And it's pretty damn powerful. I mean, watch this shit. It's like Call of Duty 4's M16. It just does not fuck about. People die. And the general premise of what you want to be doing here is progressing through this mountain range, clearing out the rubble, and you don't really have to fire. But they do spawn behind you if you're an idiot like me, and I take this kind of slow, because I think rushing is the wrong idea, but at the same time, if you're taking it too slow, they'll come up your ass, and that's a dirty porno reference for anybody that likes that kind of stuff, but it's not a good situation. And there we go, he spawned on me, so I'm in trouble now, because there's going to be more than one, but luckily enough, I get saved by the lighthouse, so it's just a case of pushing up this bluff, getting rid of the signs, and hoping that the lighthouse saves your ass before you get a cycle in your chin. And you'll notice I'm not even shooting here because I know that it's going to be sweeping round, so it's a good time to save your ammo, because you're not going to need your ammo for anything else, because after this section now, you're on the final stretch, you're coming to the end of the DLC, and there's a ton of ammo there. But it looks like we've come to the end of our third video, so once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in part 4.